Hi Libra. Hi Libra. This is going to be a general reading for the sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. Please take it as it resonates and leave the rest for others. As I'm in the collective, somehow this just seems shorter now. Let me see this. This is not right. Better. I think so. So please take it as it resonates and leave the rest for others as I'm in the collective. And thank you to the cross watchers who are tuning in to see how the Libra in their life is doing this week. I'm just shuffling the cards to catch a vibe for Libra. Libra, what's going on? Looks like you might be having a rough week. We'll see. I mean, hey, take it as it resonates, okay? Wow, this is incredible. Okay, so let's see. Libra. Feeling pain in my body. I just want to say, honor your body's needs, Libra. Relax, slow down, take it easy. Consider stopping anything that causes you pain or discomfort. Even if that is like hanging out with certain people or going to certain places, right? Things that cause you pain or discomfort. Spirit is suggesting that you consider pulling away from those kinds of things, setting a limit and sticking to it, you know, not pushing past your limits and overdoing yourself. Okay, so energy for the week ahead. You have the 10 of Swords, all right, Libra? So this is challenging energy, okay? As you can see, she's not happy. There's all these swords in her back, which symbolically is like being stabbed in the back, okay? But realistically, you may have some experience that are emotionally jarring this week. You could be rehashing some old experiences where you were stabbed in the back of swords, you know, be it in a personal relationship kind of way, or maybe on the career front, right? Different ways in which you've been wronged of the past. I do want to say that keeping score or keeping track doesn't benefit anyone, okay? But making peace with the past and letting it go and moving forward in a different state of energy is what would be better for Libra, especially moving forward. So this 10 of Swords also speaks about final endings. There's no recovering from this, okay? This is about total disconnections, cutting things off, cutting things away, things that aren't in alignment with your life, things that aren't in alignment with the future that you see for yourself, okay? Things that don't feel good. Again, bottom line, things that don't feel good. Libra needs to turn away from what's not serving them at this time. That's what I see. And it might be a painful decision. Hi, Michelle. Thank you thank you for tuning in to the live, Michelle. So good to see you here, darling. Every zodiac sign gets their own video on a Monday. So this one's for Libra. Libra, 10 of Swords, challenging energy, but a powerful place to stand because it's pretty crystal clear what could stand to happen to benefit things, okay? It's just probably a tough decision. Maybe it's harder to turn away, to pull away. It's something that's a little tougher to think about. You know, it's a last resort kind of an energy, but sometimes that last resort is the last thing that we need to really catapult us into a new direction, right? To change trajectory. Now, words from Spirit here for Libra. Face your adversities. Face your adversities. Now, we have adversities so that we can see what we're made of, right? So that we can challenge ourselves to see how much of ourselves we can pull from within and dig very, very deep to become more of whatever it is that we may feel we're lacking and we don't have. Okay, so usually the thing that you fear doing the most is the right answer and exactly the right way that you need to move. It's just uncomfortable, right? So what do we fear is discomfort. We don't like to feel bad. We don't like to feel uncomfortable, and we, for God's sakes, don't like to make others feel bad or uncomfortable, right? But the reality is the feelings pass. And someone can cry big alligator tears and not mean them. Maybe that someone is you who needs to cry for yourself, Libra. I feel here how it's really important to recognize that what doesn't kill you only makes you stronger, okay? But feelings don't kill you, all right? Challenging feelings, challenging emotions don't make you weak. They make you strong. You made it through whatever these things are that maybe you didn't think you could, okay? And that in and of itself is rewarding. When you realize that you're more than you anticipated, right? So I feel this here, but part of this is you recognizing what's not worth your time anymore, Libra. What's not healthy for you anymore, Libra. What's causing pain in your life, pain in your body, pain in your heart, right? What are some different things that might be disturbing you this week or triggering you this week? Spirit is saying to look at them and don't avoid it. This is where growth is found. Where you're triggered is what could stand to be addressed in your life. Where you're triggered is where you're really on an emotional level with something important. So don't turn away from that and sweep it under the rug and backpedal and pretend everything's different. Face this head on so that you can maneuver and pivot trajectory. That's what I feel. I also feel forgiveness is necessary for yourself and for others. Really letting go, like, okay, Libra, I feel like there's these patterns in your life that they just keep coming back around, okay? And let's just imagine that you have a friend who has this same old pattern and they keep bringing this drama to your doorstep every once in a while. I feel like it's coming back around. And you're like, oh God, not that old thing again, right? You know what? I'm nipping it in the bud this time. I'm not going to be there for you, and I'm not going to entertain any of that anymore because I see this for what it is. I recognize this, and I'm backing away. I feel like it's the straw that broke the camel's back. You've seen this far too many times that you're now not so afraid or shy to speak it out loud and to say, I don't want anything to do with that, and walk away. Okay, so that's exactly what needs to happen here with the face your adversities. And another message from Spirit for Libra, have fun. Because, like, look, whoop, sitting in this kind of an energy begets more of the same. Okay, but sometimes realistically we need to be there and examine and process this and then pivot and move accordingly, right? So when you're past this, allow yourself to be past this. That's why I feel like some Libras might be bringing up the past just to kind of, I don't know, revisit some painful scenarios that happened, you know? And I don't know if this is empowering to you or if you're like having compassion for yourself or what this might be, but I feel like it's unnecessary and it doesn't necessarily serve anything once you've done it. This is a 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords. Once you've done it, one time through, this is a completion. I'm over this, all right? And I'm over it because I let myself get mad and I let myself get angry and I let myself write out all the details of what's going on or what happened and how unjust and how I feel and blah, 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 until I can't possibly say another word, think another thought, feel another feeling about this shit. And then I'm going to burn that and get rid of it forever, right? I feel how then you need to shift and lighten things up, okay? And know that that's not where life is at just because you visit that state of being in a moment, okay? And I also need to say that's not necessarily where everyone else is at either, okay? So not staying in these low kind of states, but putting them away and moving forward and focusing on the present moment of this moment. Okay, now that that's behind me, I'm going to focus on this and what I have ahead of me. Now, again, have fun. It says stop. When was the last time you had fun? When was the last time you took a chance and did something silly, something totally unlike you, something just for the joy of it, Libra? It's long overdue for you to let go of your analytical mind and give yourself and your soul permission to have fun. So maybe you're cutting away from toxicity and you're plugging in new forms of enjoyment. All right. And that may come at a cost. You've got to face the adversity. You've got to say, look here, adversary. Look here, big bully. Look here, person I don't want to have this tough conversation with. I got to walk away because this is too much. I can't watch your kids. I can't be in a relationship with you. I don't want to work here anymore. Whatever this is. Maybe you are your own adversary. Maybe you are the one who challenges yourself and you're deciding to stop, to quit. You're going to be your biggest supporter instead. That's beautiful. Spirit supports that, Libra. That's what I have for you, Libra. I hope you have the best week possible. All right. Remember to shake it up and have some fun. That your challenges don't define you. The feelings always pass. All right. Unless you hold on to them and make them bigger than they really are. All right. That's what I have for Libra. Sending so much love, Libra. I will see you guys on the next video, which is for Aquarius.